I worked at Loveland. First, Pete Siebert was the general manager, and then Pete Pete left, and then Gordy Wren was general manager. But anyway, Pete and Earl this was back in the late '50s. Um, Pete and Earl they were trying to get investors to invest in Vail, and I can't remember. Don't hold me to this, but it seems like the minimum investment you can make was about 10 grand. Well, you can imagine what 10 grand would be worth today. Uh, and so I called my dad. I'm just out of college. And called my dad and I said, "Dad, you gotta invest in this ski area." He says, "Don't you remember who you're talking to?" He says, "I wouldn't touch skiing. I wouldn't invest one penny in skiing." He says, "None of these places, they don't make any money. They're never gonna go anywhere." I said, "Okay." So anyway, but one of the things that they did when they were getting these investors is they'd take people on cats back into the back bowls. Well, one of the things I got to do was to be involved in that, and then go back and ski with some of the investors. So a lot of these small ski areas and I think everybody says, there'll never be that opportunity again. And I'm not convinced of that. I think there's always opportunities. It's just figuring out what they are and where they are. But with all the environmental stuff that's going on today, I don't know whether it'll ever happen again in the U.S. I think there's a new ski area just opened up north of Boise, and it was fought tooth and nail, and I don't know whether it's gotten open or not. But it's I think developing ski areas are probably going to be in some other countries. Canada, you're probably going to see some stuff there. But I doubt if you're ever going to see anything the size of Vail in the States again. And I remember when Squaw Valley first opened, that was really something when Alex Cushing and Wayne Paulson, they started that, and they flew over the United Pilots, and Wayne ended up buying most of the property there at Squaw, and then Cushing came in and ended up, well, anyway, a separation there, I think, on not too good of terms. But when that place started, it was really something. And they had a heck of a start when they first started. The first year they opened, trying to remember, I think it was 1951. Emile Allais was the director of skiing, and Joe Marillac was head of the ski school. And then Emile was doing some coaching. He was actually my first real ski coach, other than Louis Ferger and Nick Fiore at Yosemite. But anyway, when Squaw first opened that first year, it snowed every day, every hour for 2 straight weeks. The snow was so deep, it was over the chairlift towers. And they had to tunnel out the snow, rope off the whole chairlift line from the bottom clear to the top. And then when you get off the chair, then you'd go up what they call the head wall, still there. Now you can actually go, the lift, I believe, I haven't skied Squaw for so many years, the lift goes on up to the top of Squaw Peak, and then you could go hike on up a little bit, and then you could drop into the North Bowl, some of that area, or you can go even further and then drop into that area over by Siberia. But it was a fairly good climb. But the snow was just, it was unbelievably deep. They had to dig tunnels to go from the lodge and all over. So you're just walking through all these tunnels.